Welcome back to another anime episode review. I am the Rat, and this is The Rat's Nest. Today, we are back with the Eminence in Shadow, a very different episode from last one. Last episode, the conclusion, right, of the credit arc, credit crisis. I don't know what it's called officially, because I can't remember, but obviously very different from that, where it's very serious, kind of coming in as serious as the Eminence in Shadow can get, right? But this episode is a filler episode, episode 8 of the Eminence in Shadow season 2. Obviously, this was a little controversial coming in, and I knew there was going to be a filler episode. It was kind of, different places on the internet. I just knew. And so I had forgotten that, and I went to watch it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right, this will be a filler episode. I also knew there would be a hot spring with Skell and Poe. Now, like I said, that was a controversial decision, right? And I understand, because I think that getting an extra episode of the Lawless City, or maybe fleshing some stuff out more with the credit arc, or we'll see how the Oriana Kingdom is adapted. I understand the controversy here, and I agree to a point. However, I will also say this was a very, very fun episode. Very, very fun episode. Skell and Poe. They have, I won't say I love everything with them. They definitely have their moments, though. They definitely have their moments. There was a lot of fun to be had here. I really, really enjoyed it. Obviously, it's fan service, right? Fan service filler, hot spring. What more can you ask for, right? Sid is on his little journey out wherever, and here is everyone else. It's good. This was a very, very good episode. Just a blast to watch. So obviously the whole setup for the plot is, right, and Skell and Poe are like, we're gonna go pick up chicks. You're coming with us, Sid. And they go to his room. He's obviously not there, but they find tickets on his desk for the new Mitsugoshi Hot Spring. And they're like, there's 6 here. There's like, well, there's 1 for me, 1 for you, 3 for girls, and 1 extra. Skell's like, one for an extra 1 for me. Them forgetting that Sid exists is always pretty good. And so they go to Mitsugoshi, right, to ask out New, and they ask her, and she's like, what the hell? And she interrogates them. Fun there. Goes back. She tells the Seven Shadow. And the thing is, Skell and Poe lie, right? Is there because he's like, how did you get these tickets? We only give them out to a couple people, and you guys weren't the couple people we gave them out to. And Skell and Poe are like, oh, we borrowed them from our good friend Sid. And she's like, Sid? And he's like, yeah, he told us to take these tickets and to ask some hot ladies out. And New's like, If this was what Shadow-sama wanted, then it's just like him to use these 2 bumbling idiots for such a complex code. I must go contact the 7 Shadows about this. And then she goes, and then whole funny scene of the 7 Shadows talking, and like, oh well, this is obviously a mission of Shadow. Look at the introduction for the Dragon Tears thing. We get to see like him in the past. And then we get to see them fight over who's going on the date, which was hilarious. I love that it never gets old when they do this, like how they did with Gamma the other episode, where Alpha was like, he's obviously using this group date format to invite me. It just cuts to invite us. She just restarts it. Nobody. That'll never not be funny. I love that so much. So, from what I heard of this episode, is it was still written by Daisuke Aizawa, right? And I think that because like it felt like the game. Now I haven't played the Eminence in Shadow game. Not my speed personally. I'm more My Singing Monsters. If I had to choose one game to play for the rest of my life, I'm definitely more My Singing Monsters, which might be the background video of this video. I don't know, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm more My Singing Monsters myself, but I can appreciate the game. I like some of the little story moments. I know recently it had like a memory lost, whatever. So it's just, fun little situations. I don't know the canonicity of it. This definitely felt like an extended game cutscene as opposed to like the light novels. There is a different feel there. Now, like, I say this every episode, right? I haven't read volumes 5 and 6. I don't even think 6 is fan translated. But it probably is. I don't know. I'm not uber caught up on the goings on of fan translations. But like as I was writing like in the books is different from like the writing of the game. I feel this definitely felt like a filler episode. It felt like something that I would see from the game. But I'm not complaining about that. I'm just saying it definitely feels distinct from the rest of the stuff, not just because it's a stupid filler. Obviously, lots of fan service. All the girls are conventionally attractive. Yukime's pretty hot. I'm pretty sure Yukime is above 18. I can say that. I can say, oh my gosh. So obviously, right, the Seven Shadows go to the, hijinks ensue, yada, yada, yada. Funny stuff. Skell and Poe with their little book, okay, cool. Funny stuff. I will say one of the things I love about the meeting too was Delta just being like, Delta's going. I love Delta. She might be my favorite of the Seven Shadows. I really like her character. She's simple. She's simple. I really like that. Obviously, hijinks ensue at the hot springs. Just randomly could see Elizabeth marry Alexia. Yukime's there for like three frames. She walks past and then she's in the background. That was hilarious. I was like, yeah, sure, she's here too. Alexia just sitting in there, and then at the end, the bit with her, you see her in the hot springs twice. At the end, funny rule of 3, it's empty. You hear the smack. Okay, cool, right. Hijinks ensue because you get like the golden dragon and the dragon's tears, and that's all the Seven Shadows, and they're doing their thing, and then Eita makes Beta cry, and then dragon comes, and then we get the outfits from the first opening. I don't think they're exactly the same, but they're basically the outfits from the first opening. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. They are clean. They're clean outfits. And I also liked how they frame it where they're like, yeah, they can't know we're Shadow Guard. And it's like, yeah, that makes sense. And then also at the end, how they framed it all to just be an event that happened. I was like, because this is good. This will negatively affect the economy. I was like, this will negatively affect Mitsugoshi's reputation. I was like, this might be too serious for a little filler episode. But no, the way that they did that. But then they get it's like, oh, it's healing properties. Cool. Fun little episode there. Obviously no Sid. Into the episode, Skell and Poe are talking. And then at the very end, we get the illustration. We get season 1's ending back, which was cool. I enjoyed getting to see it. Cool to see season 1's ending come back. And then also the image itself, I'm pretty sure it was drawn by Tozai. If I'm remembering the illustrator of Eminence of Shadow correctly, I'm pretty sure it's Tozai. And that if that wasn't him, then it's a really good copy, because that looked like his style from what I remember his style being. I really that was cool. I think the girls were attractive, right? But I think that Tozai's art has a very distinct style, and I really so many light novel artists will come in, and this is kind of more a comment on the light novel than the anime, but they had the art in the anime, so I'm warranted to talk about. I could talk about this. I could talk about whatever the heck I want to talk about. This is my channel. I'm posting it on Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I just thought of that. I was like, oh yeah, this will go up on Thanksgiving. But yeah, no, this was a fun episode. Tozai's art style is really good. So many light novels are just like kind of generic, kind of moe kind of styles or whatever. So whenever there is Tozai's style, especially earlier on, was a lot sharper, was a lot longer and a lot sharper, because most moe are kind of small, round, that kind of thing. So Tozai's style really drew out. Art style changes in light novels, like art styles of light novels are kind of something that I really look at. I have picked up a series before simply because I thought the art looked good. That was the Sorcerer King of Destruction and the Golem of the Barbarian Queen, which kind of sucks. It kind of sucks. I think it only has 2 volumes. I just have volume 1. I picked it up because the art looked awesome. The cover looked really cool. I really liked the art. It felt very unique. And the author's name was North Carolina. I don't know. That's kind of off topic, but just saying, I really like the art of the Eminence and Shadow. I know I've complimented the anime's art style, and the anime's art style is different from the light novel's art style. The manga kind of takes more after the light novel, though it's a bit more simplistic in its drawings. But just, I mean, all 3 forms of the Eminence and Shadow have a really good art. So it was cool to see that at the end, to be like, oh, okay, like that's I like it. It's just good art. Like, it's just well drawn. It's good. It's fun to look at. You know, like, it's, you know, on a level more than girl pretty, right? But I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I mean, the episode itself, fun. Like I said, I really enjoyed getting to see, you know, the opening outfits. That was cool. Little dragon, you know, whatever. It was a filler plot line, right? You know, I don't really care at all. But cool that's there. Just fun. The interactions, fun to see the thought processes there. Something that as light novel only read through light novel 4. It's always cool to see Eita and Zeta, just because I don't know a ton about them personally. Like I am not as familiar with them as I am obviously other shadows, and so it's cool, always cool to see them. Especially good to see Zeta and kind of, you know, contrast her from Delta, because they kind of seem like 2 sides of the same coin almost, like in their kind of designs and whatnot. But they're very distinct characters. But they're fun. I enjoyed them. Skellen pose, little hijinks, funny enough, right? You know, it's just to turn your brain off and enjoy it, kind of hijinks there. It's absolutely classic, because I remember, like, back in the day watching shows like this that would have, like, they felt very like High School DxD-esque. And like High School DxD, like, now looking back on it, right, the story, but like back in the day, like, oh geez, did I watch that 7 years ago? 7 years ago, whenever I first, that's woof. Whenever I first watched it, you know, it felt like that. It's just fun to go back to. Yeah, fun to have the silly little, oh, we got a you know, oh, Count Virgin Boy. That's a good Eminence and Shadow name, Count Virgin Boy. We gotta follow his advice, and we gotta become men by looking over the top of the hot springs, and then get blasted by the guy. No, it's just a good little bit. I very thoroughly enjoyed my time with this episode. Obviously, filler episode, right? You can say all you will about, like, oh, you know, they should have spent more time on this, spent more time on that, and ultimately I agree. I think you could have used this more wisely, but like, I don't hate this episode. I really enjoyed this episode for what it was. Like I am happy and okay with this episode existing. You know, I think that if you could have done it differently, just use this episode slot for, like, 4th episode of Lawless City, or maybe 5th episode of Credit, or maybe kind of merge the 2, just kind of have some more time for some different stuff. Have this be a game event, because like I said, it absolutely felt like something I would see from the game. But I'm fine with this episode existing. Ultimately, I really enjoyed my time with it, and I can't wait for Oriana Kingdom. That's going to be a ton of fun. I've been loving season 2 so far. I love the Eminence and Shadow. I love the Eminence and Shadow so much. I can't wait for season. I hope season 3. Yeah, but I think the game is pretty popular. So if nothing else, they're going to keep milking it to sell more copies of the light novel and to get more people into it. So I feel pretty confident that it'll get a season 3. I mean, if Adi Vedeta can keep going, well, Adi Vedeta is just a great series with a bad anime. That's a video for another time. I could talk about Adi Vedeta and Adi Vedeta Zero. And I really want to talk about Adi Vedeta Zero. I'm getting off topic. So, with all that said, if you're this far in the episode, in the video of this episode, I think I say episode sometimes. If you're this far in the video, then obviously there is something you liked. So be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling me, well, what's your thoughts on this episode? Like, do you think that it should have been Lawless City? Do you think it should have been Greta? Do you think they should have done, I don't know, 5 episodes of Oriana Kingdom? Or are you fine with it? You know, did you like it? Did you not like it? You know, that kind of thing. You know, it's always fun to see other people's thoughts on it. Because I really enjoyed this episode. It was a charming little episode. So thank you all for watching. Genuinely hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving, especially if you're this far in the video. Thank you for watching. Do you know, happy Thanksgiving? I didn't think whenever I started to say anything, but here we are. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.